Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again to take a stack of sources, articles, notes, all of it, and just distill it down to what you need to know.
And today's topic is a really fascinating one.
It is. We are immersing ourselves in a very comprehensive framework. It's called Flowatious Intentional Alignment, or FIA for short.
Right. And it was created by Tyrone Titus Browley II.
No.
Most people know him as the FIA man.
And our mission today is, I think, really important. It's not about finding things to, fix about yourself. It's not another self-improvement treadmill.
No, not at all.
The whole philosophy is built on this pretty profound idea that you are not broken. The goal is to recognize and then actively reclaim your unique inborn pattern of being.
What he calls your authentic rhythm.
Exactly. We're basically decoding a blueprint you already have.
And what's so compelling is how structured it is. FIA isn't just a vague concept. It's an actual journey through 7 distinct gates.
Right.
And the source material is very clear on this. This is something to be lived, to be reflected on. You can't just skim it.
It's not a weekend read.
No, it moves very systematically, from these big foundational ideas to the actual biology of your nervous system and then into, okay, how do you live this every single day?
And the goal for you, listening, is to reach what he calls energetic clarity.
Right.
Which is that state where your mind is calm, your emotions are stable, your body's energized, and this is the big one. Your life starts to just organize itself around your authentic self.
Effortlessly.
Yeah. It really sounds like a structured solution to modern burnout, but framed as a return to yourself.
So to start that return, we go to gate 1. It's called, fittingly, the return.
Makes sense.
And this is where the whole perspective shifts. The core idea is that if you're struggling, you're not flawed. You're just out of rhythm.
So alignment is remembering, not becoming something new?
Exactly. You're just remembering. Modern life, with its, endless notifications and demands, it's constantly pushing us for external validation. It implies we're not good enough to begin with. FIA just flat out rejects that. It's about making your own inner signal, that authentic pattern, louder and clearer than all that external noise.
Okay, so if we're trying to hear our own signal, we need to know what it sounds like. That's gate 2, right? Defining the authentic rhythm.
Yes.
Is this just, thinking positive thoughts?
Not even close. The source material insists this is a biological reality. Your authentic rhythm is the natural pattern of movement, of flow that you were born with.
It's physical.
It's physical. It lives in your nervous system. It's the frequency your body already knows how to produce.
Okay, so let's talk about the opposite then. The borrowed rhythms. These are the things we pick up from, what, conditioning,
Yeah.
society.
Survival strategies, expectations, all of it. And they're insidious because they feel so normal.
So what do they sound like in your head? Can you give an example?
They almost always sound like compulsion, not choice. They sound like, I should be doing this, or I have to be this way to be accepted, or that kind of resignation, Well, that's just how life is. I have to put up with it. Or the big one, they expect me to.
And when we live by those rules, our body lets us know. The source is very clear on this part.
It is.
When your rhythm is off, life just feels heavy, forced, draining.
Infusing, inconsistent, yeah.
And here's the critical part. FIA says that feeling isn't failure.
It's feedback.
It's just feedback. It's a signal that your own rhythm is being suppressed.
Exactly. So the first step is just to start listening for that signal. And that's where the first alignment practice comes in. It's a simple reflection, maybe a journaling exercise.
And it focuses on 3 areas. The first is energy. What's giving you energy and what is just draining it? Be specific.
The second is ease. Where in your life, in your day, do things feel natural and flowing, and where do they feel forced?
And the third is clarity. Where do your decisions feel clean and simple versus where do they feel conflicted and muddy?
And the point isn't to solve it right away. It's just to acknowledge the signal, just to hear it.
Okay, this is where we shift from the conceptual to the genuinely biological. Gate 3, the frequency body.
My favorite part.
I found this part so interesting because the text is really explicit. Alignment is not just positive thinking. It is a measurable biological state.
And it's all managed by the nervous system.
Right.
He says to think of your nervous system like an antenna. It's not creating the signal, it's just tuning into a frequency. And it's constantly scanning for 3 core things.
Which are?
Safety, resonance, and belonging.
And if those signals are missing, or if we're acting against our own rhythm, what happens?
The whole system shifts into what he calls protection mode. That's your default survival state.
And that looks like.
Reaction, anxiety, overthinking, exhaustion, people-pleasing, all the things we associate with burnout.
So the opposite state, where we want to be, is presence mode.
Right. That's where you find intention, clarity, inner knowing, vitality, all the good stuff.
Which brings up a really key principle in the book. It says motivation doesn't work. Why?
Because motivation is an attempt to override a nervous system that already feels unsafe. If your antenna is sending out a distress signal, you can't just shout affirmations at it and expect it to change stations. You can't think your way into alignment.
So what do?
You have to regulate your way into it. You have to physically signal safety to your body first.
Okay, so we need a tangible practice for that. The source gives one, the frequency body reset.
Yes, a simple breathwork exercise for morning and night.
Can you walk us through it?
For sure. You just sit comfortably, put one hand on your chest, the other on your abdomen,
Okay.
and the breath is key. You inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, you hold it for just 2 seconds, and then a long exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. The exhale is longer than the inhale.
And you repeat that how many times?
5 rounds. And while you're doing it, you just whisper to yourself inwardly, my body is safe, my rhythm is returning.
So you're grounding the mental choice in the physical body.
You're sending the antenna a new signal, a signal of safety. Okay, so to sustain that regulated state, we enter gate 4, the 5 laws of the FIA frequency.
Right, because regulation is moment to moment, but this is about building stability over time.
Exactly. Alignment isn't maintained by willpower. It's maintained by honoring these 5 energetic laws.
Okay, so this is like the daily maintenance plan. Let's go through them, but I have a challenge for you.
Oh.
If a listener could only commit to one of these 5 this week, just one, which one gives the biggest bang for your buck?
That's a great question. If I had to pick just one, it would be Law 1, knowing oneself.
Why that one?
Because self-recognition is activation. Without that awareness, all the other practices just become, empty discipline, things you should do.
So what's the practice for it?
It's just asking simple questions throughout the day. What am I actually feeling right now? What am I thinking? What choice am I making? Does this reflect my rhythm? It's about switching off the autopilot.
That makes a lot of sense. Clarity first, then action. Okay, Law 2 is mental clarity. A clear mind is a clear channel.
And clarity comes from subtraction, not addition.
Right.
The practice is to choose one looping negative thought to just remove for the day. And you consciously replace it with, my rhythm guides me clearly.
Okay, I like that. Law 3, emotional stability. We're told emotions are navigational signals.
Not obstacles, they're just energy with information. Stability comes from responding with awareness instead of reacting.
So the practice is to just pause.
Pause and breathe before you react. Ask yourself, what is this energy trying to show me? It turns the emotion into useful data.
Okay, Law 4 is physical fitness. The body is the frequency amplifier.
Your body is the vessel. If the vessel is sluggish, the signal is weak. Simple as that.
So the practice is just one physical action.
One action that strengthens your vessel. Movement, water, rest, good food. Pick one, be consistent.
And the last one, Law 5, is high vibratory outlook. Your perception programs your reality.
Which is really about choosing the lens you see the world through. The practice is super simple. End the day with one spoken gratitude and identify one lesson you're taking forward from the day.
Following those laws then leads us into Gate 5, and this is where it gets really personalized. The concept of the numerical concoction.
Or your vibrational fingerprint. I love that term.
Me too. This is about understanding your own unique energetic pattern.
So your habits, your relationships, even your job can actually support your rhythm instead of constantly fighting against it.
This is the customization phase.
Yeah.
And the source makes it clear. The point isn't the math itself, but the map it creates.
Exactly. The concoction is mapped through 5 different layers from your birth name and date.
Can you just quickly define those 5 layers for us?
Sure. First is your life path. That's your soul's main lesson, the trajectory you're here to master.
Okay.
Second, your expression number. These are your natural gifts, how your energy wants to flow outward. Then third is the soul urge.
The inner craving.
Yes, what your heart needs to feel truly fulfilled. It's your core motivation.
And the last 2.
The personality number is your outer aura, how people first perceive your energy. And then the birthday number is like a unique tool or a special advantage you carry.
Now, the book goes into a lot of detail on how to calculate these adding and reducing numbers, and being careful with master numbers like 11, 22, 33.
Right, which we can't really get into here.
No, but the key is understanding the utility of the map once you have it.
That's the whole point. The utility is in revealing your inherent strengths and, more importantly, your inherent tensions.
Let's use the author's example, Tyrone Titus Browley II. His blueprint has a double 7.
Right. Life path and birthday. That's all about inner wisdom, analysis, seeking truth. His whole system is built on that deep diving 7 energy.
But if he only focused on that, he could become, I don't know, rigid, isolated.
Exactly. But his soul urge is a 5. And 5 craves freedom, variety, change.
So there's the balance.
There's the balance. The map shows him that if his life feels stuck, it's because he's suppressing that 5's need for freedom. He needs to use his analytical 7 with the variety of the 5. So for you listening, your map might show a tension that explains so much about why you feel pulled in different directions. It stops you from fighting yourself. And understanding that personal blueprint is what allows for the final integrated state in Gate 6, which is energetic clarity.
Right. This is the goal state, where you stop fighting your own nature and life just starts to organize around your core frequency.
And it's supported by those 4 pillars all being in sync.
Mental, which is calm, emotional, stable, physical, energized, and your outlook, which is intentional and sovereign.
And to maintain this, the source provides a really simple daily alignment flow. He calls it achieving nervous system sovereignty.
I like that. So it starts in the morning with rising and activation.
Yeah, you just take 3 grounding breaths, you say out loud, I move with my authentic rhythm today, and you set one single intentional choice for the day.
Simple. Then middays for stabilization.
Even simpler. You drink a glass of water, but you do it intentionally, and you just check in. Am I in presence mode, or have I slipped into protection?
And the day ends with evening recalibration.
Yep. You consciously let go of one mental weight from the day. Just release it, express one gratitude, and then do 3 minutes of slow, deep breathing before sleep.
That daily practice then leads us to the final gate.
Gate 7, the oath of alignment. And this is it. This is where the learning ends and the living really begins.
It's a declaration.
It's a powerful signal to your whole system. It's a final commitment to integrating everything.
And the phrases from the oath really emphasize that this is an active choice. Things like, I choose clarity. I choose my authentic rhythm.
I choose alignment over distortion.
And that final absolute statement, I live aligned. It's like you're programming that new blueprint into your reality.
So I think the core message of this whole FIA framework is just fundamentally reassuring. Your alignment, your rhythm, it's already coded inside you. The gates, the laws, the blueprint, it's all just a map to help you remember how to use it.
And the emphasis is always on simple, honest practice, not on forced discipline or beating yourself up.
Yeah, and to start, the book suggests a simple 7-day focus. You don't have to master it all at once.
Right. Like on day 1, your only focus is law 1, knowing oneself. Just observe your thoughts and feelings without any judgment.
And then maybe on day 4, your focus is on physical fitness. Just bring some intentional movement into your day to stabilize that frequency.
And by day 7, the practice is just oath renewal.
Exactly. You repeat your declaration to solidify your commitment for the week. It's an iterative, gentle process.
A return, not a race.
So the provocative thought we want to leave you with is this. If your authentic rhythm speaks directly through your body and your emotions, signaling ease or distortion, how much of what you call stress right now is actually just your vibrational fingerprint telling you that you are in the wrong environment or that you're trying to play a borrowed role?
Oof, that's a big one.
Start noticing the difference. You're not here to fit in. You are here to flow in.